Lava has been recently expanding in some of the most competitive Indian smartphone segments. First, we saw the Lava Blaze Dragon, and now we have the Lava Blaze AMOLED 2. And I think the name has the USP. This phone has a 6.67-inch FHD Plus AMOLED panel. Now this is a 120Hz HDR ready display, so binge watching and casual gaming is no problem at all. And you also get an in-display fingerprint sensor which is fairly quick. This is not the sharpest panel in this segment, but this is good enough, and most importantly, it has great outdoor brightness. This display is encased in relatively slim bezels, surrounded by a matte frame and a glossy, easily smudgeable back that reminds me of some other flagship phone. But unlike most flagship phones today, this phone's box has everything you need to get started with this one. But if you remember the flagship phone, drop us a comment. Also, the build feels fine for the price, and this is a boxy, slim form factor phone, and it's also fairly lightweight, which means you can binge watch on it for a long time without any problem. Coming to the cameras now, we have a 50 megapixel Sony IMX752 sensor at the back and an 8 megapixel front camera for the selfies. Now this was going to be a real world camera test for you, but here is one more Easter egg. Once you scroll down from the control center of the Blaze AMOLED 2, take it to maximum brightness and this is what you see. The screen is too bright. That means the phone is already at maximum brightness. I appreciate this little Easter egg in here. Now opening the camera app for a real world test. Here is a sample at 1x and now here's a click at 2x. Now as you can see, from what you capture, it has corrected the sky and it has also retained some of the texture from the ground. But the detail retention is limited, as when you zoom into the photo, you will see that the text here is illegible, and also there is some detail loss here in the colors, where most of the contrast is required. Coming to the front camera now, here also you get 1x and 2x options, and here's what the samples look like. And the front camera also supports a portrait mode, and this is what this looks like. The rear video quality is also good for the price, and the front cam also handles solo portraits well, but sometimes struggles with 2 or more subjects. But overall, this is a decent camera for the price. Now the Blaze AMOLED 2 is also the segment's first phone to be fitted with a MediaTek Dimensity 7060 chip paired with 6GB RAM and 128GB internal storage. While that is good, we have now started seeing 8GB phones in this segment, and that's where the 6GB RAM of this phone falls slightly short. But make no mistake, this is a really smooth phone. Daily usage, app launches and even casual gaming like BGMI on balanced mode is handled really well on this phone. And that could also be because of the stock Android here. And we would like to see more of that no ads, no bloatware experience on more phones in this segment. But this is also one place where Lava falls slightly short, because this will only get one major Android update and 2 years of security update, where the competitors are offering a lot more. Now this phone is powered with a 5000 mAh battery that easily gives it a full day of backup in most use cases, and this cell is paired with a 33-watt USB-C fast charger in the box that juices it up from 20 to 100% in less than 1.5 hours. This brand is definitely shaking things up in the segment, because the Lava Blaze AMOLED 2 here has a good screen, decent cameras, good specifications and a clean stock Android experience, which we would like to see on more phones in this segment. However, this is just 8GB RAM and a couple more years security and OS updates away from being a solid recommendation at this price. And that was our detailed take on the Lava Blaze AMOLED 2. What do you think about this phone? Let us know in the comments. Also drop us any questions if you have them. My name is Manik Biri, you're watching Gadgets 360, and I'll see you in the next one.